Okay, for table 4 and for the anthropometrics and lifestyle characteristics, first of all, you have to create two variables to do this table. You have to create a BMI variable and a metabolic equivalence for moderate and vigorous activity. Okay, now to do that, you're going to go into SPSS again. To create the BMI variable, we're going to transform and compute variable. Under our target variable, you would name your target variable BMI. And for the numeric expression, you use, for example, you would enter their weight. So weight is important, so we need to convert that to kilograms, which you divide by 2.2. And we put this in parentheses here. And you're dividing that by the height, which is in inches. So we open a bracket here and we include height, which is multiplied by 2.54 to convert to centimeters, and then to convert that to meters, divide by 100. Okay, we put all of that into brackets. Now, since it's meters squared, we have two options. One, we can multiply and then put the same exact expression again, or you can just use the upside down V, which is Shift and 6 for those using Windows. For Mac, I'm not 100% sure what it is, but it should be something similar, and then you can put the number 2. But it's better to put the formula twice. At the end of the expression, you put one more bracket, and at the front here, we put 1 here, right, to even out your parentheses. Then you click OK. Then you have your BMI variable computed. So if you go onto your SPSS dataset and you scroll to the end, you have your BMI values here. Okay, you follow a similar format to do the calculation for the metabolic equivalence for moderate and vigorous activity. I gave some helpful hints and gave you all a formula here, which for the METs in minutes per week, you're multiplying the physical activity factor, which you have here. We have for light physical activity, moderate physical activity, and vigorous physical activity. The assignment, you're only doing moderate and vigorous physical activity. In one of these factors, and you're multiplying it by the time spent exercising, you put that in parentheses, and then multiplying by the number of days per week for moderate or vigorous activity where appropriate. Okay, now I'm not going through that one, but this is self-explanatory for you all to go through. But you all know how to use the compute command now, as I went through before. Okay, so to create for table 4, how to create this table with the mean standard deviations, you have to do something called a t-test. Now with t-test, to do a t-test in SPSS, you go to Analyze, you go down to Compare Means, Independent Samples t-test. Your grouping variables, since you're doing it by gender, would be gender. And to define groups, group 1, 0, which will be male, group 2, 1, which is female. And you can continue. Now you're to do the weight, height, waist circumference in inches, BMI, and the METs variables, right? Now I'm only doing 3 or 4 of them here, just for illustration for this example. In options, you don't need to have anything selected there. All you have to do next is click OK. And you have your means for each of the different groups and your standard deviations. The p-value are under the sig two-tailed column here, and you're taking the first one in each row, right? So this one is less than 0.001, same one here, same here, and this is less than 0.3. This is 0.030. Okay, the interpretation for these, again, as I discussed in class, use the web resources. This would just suggest that there are significant differences between the two groups, and for example, the list statistics website I gave you all should be quite helpful. Okay. Next, I will go through how to create categories, because you have to do BMI categories as well. To do the categories, you go into transform, then you go to recode into different variables. You carry over your BMI variable, and we're naming it BMI cat, and we're calling that BMI categories. And then we click change. All the new values under range or lowest range true value, you're gonna put 18.49, which would represent your underweight. So we'll give that a code of 1. That's ranging from 18.50 to 24.99. We're giving that a code of 2. $25.00 to 29.99. We're given a code of 3. And finally, we take range value through highest. And this will be for this category, but 30.00. And we get to 4. And we click add. And we move on and click continue. And then OK. Now, when you open back up your data set, you go to your variable view. And under BMI cat here, you go to values, and then you assign the data labels. So 1 was preset, was underweight, 2 was normal, 3 overweight, and 4 obese. Now to do the gender comparisons here, we go to analyze, descriptive statistics, crosstabs. These are for the categorical variables where you're using the frequencies and the percentages. And for the column, we put gender there. For your rows, you put the BMI category and smoking. If I can find smoking, smoking's here. Right. On the statistics, you select chi-squared. And under cells, you click column. And then you click OK. Right, and this is your p-value that is here for your Pearson chi-squared. Okay, again, this one the frequencies and the percentages here. Okay, this is for BMI categories, and then we have for smoking later on, which you're taking this p-value here. Alright,